like the animator on when we were on Puss in Boots, and there's that egg. The supervisor, he's an awesome guy. I love Anthony. Oh, what's his last name? I can't remember his last name. But he took a garbage can, like a big plastic garbage can, and he cut a hole for the head and the arms, and he slipped it on. So you're wearing this upside down garbage can on your body, and it was ridiculous. You slide it on, but the instant you did it, you're already limited. I can't bend over. I can only bend at my waist. I can't bend. I can't do this. There's no twisting. He's an egg, right? He's a giant egg. So you put this thing on, and you're like, I feel ridiculous. So we went in there, and we're in the room, and he's like, I got to do this shot where he's throwing a rock. And he's like, well, he's English. You do that Google cricket throw, you know, when they go like so I kind of go like, and then like throw the rock, you know, and doing another one where I'm trying to throw it sideways, but I have to do this, and it limits your movement, but you're getting at least a correct idea than trying to do, because if I did this, I'm going to lead with my hips, and then my body's going to lead behind, and I'm going to do this kind of thing. But when I'm attached like this, I'm just going like this. I'm just going back and going, and instantly it's funny. Instantly you're like, oh, this thing's hilarious. Like we're laughing at each other's reference, and you're like, oh yeah, this is it's gold. It's animation gold, you know. Do things like that. I advise you to really get in touch with your body and how things are moving, like where you are, where your center of gravity is. Like I said, I'll grab my chest and I'm going like, you know, I hate ice cream. Like I hate ice cream. Leading and my head dragging, and I'm thinking about what's going on. I'm breaking it down without even looking at the reference, you know. I'm doing this. What am I doing there? I'm actually pivoting my head and then doing this kind of movement. All these things I want you to get really in tune with your own body, you know. Even if you don't shoot a lick of reference for yourself, at least act the shot out. At the very least, get up, figure out where your center of gravity is. You know, that is a big thing. You'll find out where that weight's coming from. You know, if you have to pretend you're heavy, then do it. You know, if it's a cartoony thing, by all means. There was a girl. She had to weigh 95 pounds last class, and she did George. The big guy, George, the heavy suit, and he had him get up. Her reference was hilarious. She's a skinny little thing, and she gets up and she goes, wow, you know, pulls her belt up, and she did this whole funny thing, and it worked. Like she figured out what she wanted to do, and she acted it out enough that she knew, oh, okay, I'm going to do this funny thing with the pulling the belt up, and it was great. It was great, you know. But I strongly believe in like shooting the reference, because if you shoot the reference and the reference is funny or whatever and its weight's correct, kind of like what the reference I was following for this, then it's just execution. All you really have to do is get it finished. You know, take it, do your poses, see how it is flowing from the live action reference. You know, that is literally our first passes these days. Reference. I guarantee you, every instructor that you have for the next iAnimate class is going to, first day they're going to go reference. First workshop, that's what they're going to say. And especially facial, and you get into the facial, and you want to, like, all that, you know, like you're talking about Guardians, all that crazy facial, that was all shot live action. It shot tons of reference and just made it work for that character. It was all hand done, all hand keyed. There was no mocap or any of that stuff. But it was a serious analysis of what's going on the face. I mean, we're talking eye blinks and little, just a little brow going up signals so much in a character. You know, I just go, that's it. And you're like, there's two things in animation. Eamon Butler, this guy, I love this Irish guy, really funny, short little dude. Learned a ton from her at Disney, and I think he's at like Double Meg. He's like the supervisor there, the head of animation there. But there's two ways of animating, and he's basically right. There's, if I'm going to say let's go that way, right? There's let's go that way, or there's let's go that way. There's basically, all it is a variation of that, big or small. That's really what it is. The anime, you know, it's the same thing. And never be late. That's the other rule you want to follow too. I can go, let's go that way. You never want to go, let's go that way. It looks weird, you know. You can get early. De Niro is the classic. Like, yes, Robert De Niro. Watch him act. He's always like his face is so contorted before he even spits the line out. Someone be like, "Did you take that?" "I didn't take that." And he goes and makes that face. You know, what are you talking about? Like, he's classic De Niro. That's what he does. You know, you don't want to be late. You want to go, "I didn't do that." It looks like you're constipated. Like, it doesn't look like there's something wrong. You know, those are rules of animation that you're gonna. You just kind of, you can always get there. I love stuff when people get there early. I love, like, look, man, let me tell you something. Because right there, I'm already, woohoo, and like you're already wondering what he's gonna say. You know, really good actors kind of, you wanna tell the audience what you're doing before you actually do it. I mean, acting is basically reacting whatever the other character says.